We operate in a landscape where tasks that once took hours are completed in seconds. We type a prompt, and the answer appears. But outsourcing our thinking to a machine causes our cognitive muscles to quietly atrophy from lack of use. The World Economic Forum's Future of Jobs analysis projects that the most valuable skill sets by 2030 will be deeply human ones. Critical thinking, creativity, and empathy are the core abilities expected to rise in importance even as automation expands. To protect these skills, we are implementing a human-first AI workflow. Right now, open your preferred AI tool on one half of your screen and a blank document on the other. This setup ensures that you remain the primary driver of the work. We are building a system where the thinking begins and ends with you, using the software only to bridge the gap. Step 1 occurs before you touch the prompt bar. Go to your blank document and manually type out 3 bullet points representing your core argument or the structure of your task. This forced friction ensures the foundational logic belongs to you. By sketching the ideas first, you exercise the mental ability to structure thoughts and articulate what matters before an algorithm influences your direction. For step 2, take a mandatory 30-second pause before you hit enter. During this window, identify your motivation. If turning to the machine due to a long-term knowledge gap, flag it to study later. This prevents permanently outsourcing that domain. Introducing this deliberate delay keeps your brain in control. It forces you to notice when you actually have the answer yourself, ensuring you only use the tool for efficiency rather than as a cognitive crutch. Now, move your manual outline into the AI and generate your first draft. Once the text is generated, follow the most important rule of the protocol. Do not copy and paste this output into your final document. Move to step 3 and interrogate the machine. Type a follow-up asking for the evidence supporting its claims and what alternative perspectives are missing. Treat the software as a smart intern, helpful and fast, but prone to errors and surface-level logic. The task of vetting the reasoning and checking the facts remains your responsibility. Aggressively probing these outputs trains your judgment. You are actively sharpening your critical thinking muscles by looking for gaps and blind spots the machine ignored. Step 4 is the EQ check. These models are programmed to be supportive and agreeable, often providing a feedback loop of constant positive affirmation. This artificial validation feels good, but relying on it for emotional grounding creates a habit of avoiding resistance. All the time, the messy friction of real-world human disagreement can start to feel like an obstacle rather than a necessary part of a relationship. Scan the generated response for hollow adjectives and overly enthusiastic praise. These red flags signal a machine trying to please rather than inform. Remove artificial descriptors. Replace them with a grounded human tone that reflects reality, preserving your resilience. Real emotional intelligence is built through the discomfort of self-inquiry and reflection. Editing the output ensures you are still doing the internal work that strengthens your EQ. Now we move to step 5, the voice audit. Read the revised text and determine if you genuinely like the result. When you catch yourself thinking, "This doesn't sound like me," you have succeeded. It proves your internal compass is active and your individual judgment is still intact. Move the text into your own document and rewrite the sentence structures. Adjust the vocabulary until the perspective and language are unmistakably yours. Step 6 establishes your long-term boundary. At the bottom of your document, define a human-only zone, one specific activity for the week, like journaling or strategy thinking, where you keep the software out of the room. This strategy ring-fences the activities that benefit from deep internal processing. It ensures that you deliberately exercise your cognitive and emotional muscles in a space where automation cannot interfere. Your unique personal voice survives only when you protect the areas of your work that require friction and depth. Now look at the finished product. Compare your initial 3 bullet points to the polished, grounded document you hold now. You have navigated a collaborative journey where the document was expanded by a machine, but challenged, vetted, and ultimately owned by you. Here is the permanent 6-step protocol. Save this checklist and use it as a standard for every interaction you have with generative tools. The advantage belongs to the user who treats the machine as an intellectual force multiplier while remaining the primary architect of every decision. The technology will continue to get faster. The remaining variable is our commitment to the specific habits that keep our judgment intact.